Hello, this is Jeff Charlton with Graphic Connections Group. We're the print and direct mail guys, but we're not just another printer. Today I want to talk to you about direct mail, but specifically I want to talk to you about when to use postcards, when to use letters, when to use self-mailers. In other words, what is the appropriate time to use these different mail pieces? Now, the short answer is there really is no exact answer, but let me explain some concepts that might to make this make more sense. So in general, postcards are something that you can see when you're flipping through the mail. You can see it right away. There's nothing to open. So if you've got a product, a lot of times it's business to consumer product. Maybe you're a dry cleaner or a pizza place or something like that, where you have an offer, or a coupon or something like that. A postcard is often very effective because if someone's flipping through the mail, they can see it right away and they can very quickly decide if they're interested or not. Or if you have any product where you just want somebody to see it really quick without having to go through any opening process, it makes sense. And postcards also tend to be less expensive to mail. However, in some cases you might want to use a letter. Where's a letter appropriate? Well, a letter is usually appropriate if you're trying to, if a more lengthy message, or maybe you're trying to go to a business to business where you're trying to get to a high level executive and you wanted to, you want to send them a personal letter that will actually get to read, or their gatekeeper doesn't just throw it away because they think it's junk mail. So in that case, you might craft a letter and put it in a very personalized looking envelope that gets all the way through the recipient. Or maybe you put it in a 9x12 envelope, or maybe you FedEx it to them, or something special to get someone to really notice it. Or maybe your message, maybe it's a sales letter and you can't tell your message in a short postcard, so you need to write a more lengthy type of message. Maybe you want to write a sales letter. Well, in that case, a letter, obviously if it's a sales letter, it's got to be a letter, makes more sense. Self-mailer is another thing. A self-mailer basically is a mailer that it starts as a larger sheet of paper and then folds down, and we tab it and then we mail it, so it doesn't need an envelope. Now it's kind of halfway between a postcard and an envelope, because you don't have to open the envelope. You can see what it is, at least on the outside, but you do have to, open the tabs to get to the rest of it. Self-mailers, again, are kind of like postcards, except if you have a little bit longer message, that makes sense. Maybe you have more to show. Maybe you have more products you want to show, or just something that is, you just want to make more of an impact. So they're a little more expensive. Generally speaking, self-mailers cost about the same amount as envelopes to mail. Postcards tend to be cheaper. So sometimes you might want to use a multi-touch campaign where you use some postcards and letters and self-mailers. Maybe use all three, or maybe use two of the three. There's really no right answer. You have to think about who's your audience, what's the message you're trying to get to that audience, and then what's the best way to present that message. Sometimes you might send a letter first and then a follow-up with a postcard, just as a reminder of something you might have mentioned in the letter. So again, there's no one set thing, but the main thing is think about your audience. Think about it, how's it going to get all the way through to the audience. Again, if it's someone that there's a chance it's going to be thrown away before it even gets to them, you're better off using a personalized letter, because there's a better chance that's going to get there unopened. Again, you just got to think about that. And if you can't figure it out on your own, we can help you with that, because that's what we do. We help not only print and mail direct mail, but we help you create campaigns and conceptualize strategies to get your mail opened. So if you want to know more, give us a call at the number at the top of the page, or click the link below, and we'll be happy to help you. My name is Jeff Charlton. I'm with Graphic Connections Group, and we'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.